Chapter 9. The City of Light. You just entered a house. A far stronghold in the world below, defeating an alien with the Winged Warrior. A steady rain falls around you, despite the light emitting from the palace, and you look up to see a suspended river in the clouds. Dude, didn't you know we're coming? I think we got time. We officially took out her main eyes and ears, right? In a manner of speaking, yes. That would make me all the more wary, if I'm honest. Never underestimate a noble's ability to ignore any indication that they're failed elf boy. But we have no idea when she thought that thing would report back. She said to let my mother, the moment she learns of its defeat, she'll be exacting and swift. Whether she knows or not, it doesn't change what we're about here to do. Oh, okay. Well, fuck you too. We just gives you a little determined wiggle. See? You just guess it. What can you tell us about the resistance, Bashi? Maybe we should keep our voices down here. The resistance moves spaces frequently to avoid detection, and I've been out of the city for too long in pursuit of you for my information to be current. We will need to find contact. You don't have a system of code words to fall back on? I'm afraid that the persuasiveness of Navarra makes its appeal quite limited compared to the world above. It is far easier to attain a password when a suspect can be tortured indefinitely. So I guess we just have to look around for someone paranoid, but like our kind of paranoid. It is a very specific kind. It's true. You all cast a discerning eye over the crush of humans around you, but the longer you watch, the more unease grows in your belly. Does anyone else find it strange that got in without any trouble? Does fighting the Golden Colossus knock down trouble? Well, yes, but I'm not surprised we haven't seen any else. If this is where light worshippers end up, it should be filled with them. That's because they are in the inner district of the city during dawn. Where only the followers chosen are allowed. We are currently in the ring, the dusk, which holds everyone else, humans mostly, but there is an errant orc or two, a few self-hating dwarfs, and the two districts never interact. Why am I not surprised? Those who watch the light do like the divisions, though I admit this place is far nicer than where I grew up. It's all a facade for Alex. Take a close look at the alleys and back streets, and you'll see the slums. You see there are the slums. Navarra always wanted her city to appear pristine, but that's difficult to do when this place also takes on memories of those it holds. The idea that you would choose to live like that. Oh, there's no choice, little prince. They do it without meaning to, feeling the edges of an incomplete painting. I had hoped that this place would not mimic the cruel beliefs of the living. Perhaps it is meant to be this way. It is her world after all. Hey, you don't need people who believe that. If they can't see how horrible this place is, they aren't worth your time. But what am I supposed to do if I can't convince them to change? You put your energy into people who already want to fix things. He is right, priestess. As he places both his hands on his shoulders. The world below, just like the world above, is what we make of it. It is not meant to be this way. It just is, because so many believe it should be. But beliefs can change, and they do. So will this place. I hope so. As how a woman has this crisis of faces, I believe we attracted some unwanted attention. You take a cautious look around the street, noticing a group of herded people falling behind you at a distance. Bashi, friends of yours? Most certainly not. close your eyes and construct a vision of the winged warrior that lands right in front of the group while you and your party duck into an alley. You sure to shove them in the trash can, right? I figure if the people here are half as terrified of it as we are, it will keep them from following. I suspect that I will not stop them for long. The change in apparel made this journey a good deal easier, I want. As he leads you through the back alleys to a shop, where a set of stunning mage robes is displayed in the window. I have no doubt everyone can pull these off. Those off. They seem particularly noticeable, did they not? The point is not to lie low, as that would be impossible for a group such as yours. The point is to look like you belong here, and to seem so powerful, people will be nervous to look you in the eye. Ah, like Violet. There's something to be said for showing command and respect wherever you go, especially given we're in enemy territory. You have to admit, Mal does work for her. They even seem to have some kind of enchantment weaved into them. It is a protective ward. It will certainly come in handy when we inevitably wind up in a scrap. Wearing Hollis mage outfit to move more easily about the city of light, little mystical protection doesn't hurt either. Ooh, it matches my skin color. Excellent. I shall acquire them now. Z ducks into the shop, and while you don't see any money changing hands, Z returns with the robes. Did they just give them to you? I am a god, my dear, though I did insist on compensating them with some magic of my own. Fast you thrust the robes into your hands, and you quickly duck away from your friends in order to pull on the soft and sumptuous fabric. Well, what do you think? You look just like the battle mage in my favorite book I read. I think I know which one you mean here, though in this case, my imagination has nothing in reality. Why are we talking about books when no one looks like that? And so it's right, like ready to command a legion of soldiers. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't have the words to describe how splendid you look. Can't say I'm surprised your brain melted, little elf boy. In that, well, you're liable to know everything I want. Make the way to a small store on the side of the street where warm spices perfume the air. The merchant bows their head in deference. How can I do for you, good sir? We're looking for some people, and we were hoping you could point us in the right direction. We're seeking those who are free in mind and spirit. Oh, I don't have anything to do with them myself. But given it must be important for someone like you to be seeking them out, I've heard that they often congregate in a temple. And that seems dangerous. It's the last place you expect them to be. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're just looking for new recruits there. Thank you. That's very helpful. Nia, where are you going? You don't see Nia dash across the square, where you're astounded to see Scholar Vash? Harold. And I see Miles still traveling with you and Nia. I just can't believe you're right here. There's so much I want to tell you. I mean, you met Tyrell on tour, or... Well, I'm well aware of your heretic companions, Nia. Nia looks like she's been slapped. What are you talking about? I saw the Dreadlord and invasion. Perhaps you didn't see everything. I saw everything, my child. You lost your way from the temple. You were corrupted by shadow, and even now, it continues to corrupt you. That's not corruption. That's true magic. Light and shadow were meant to be together. That's how they used to be. Is this what you believe now, Nia? I'll tell you so much better than that. You are so much better than that. I did my best. Wow, she's making the world better. Not only did she help save the world twice, but now she's trying to pick up the pieces of an organization that has hurt so many. The temple has done far more good. Good for whom? Certainly not for all the poor people they were ready to sacrifice at a moment's notice. That was their duty to the light, just as was Nia's to give her light to the temple. Spoken like a true zealot. I do not care about the opinions of a servant of shadow. Why are you here and not rotting the hell is beyond me? You don't truly believe that the world is so simple. Mortality has to be simple. If it isn't mortality. Morality is more complex than you can imagine. But you and the temple hate Newans because it forces you to realize all the harm you've done. Nia places her hand on your shoulder, her warm, familiar comfort, and she steps between you and Scholar Vesh. It's me just one thing, Scholar. Did you know about Solomon? I did not. When I was sent searching for forces profaning your temple, I knew what it might require. There's a cost to every decision. But you know that. How many will be corrupted because you refuse to obey our queen and close the barrier? I know who you are, but I will not allow you to speak to my friend this way. No Hootis. It's alright, Alex. Let him say his piece. I did not mean to harm you, Nia. You're the best at the temple. It's why it hurts so much for you to misunderstand our teaching so greatly. But there's always time to repent. I've helped several members of the Resistance see the error of their ways. You know the Resistance? The fools asked me to join them. Where are they? No, I'm not aid you in your misguided opposition to our queen. You glare at him, recalling the way back she spoke in battle. She let power fill your voice. And tell me, now. In the eastern part of the ring, there's a red door. How did you? It's called Grove. You should try sometime. Oh, Nia. How far you have strayed. Nia looks like she's about to cry, but in an instant, Nia, who ran away from the owlbear that night in Riverbend, is gone. She stares Rash down. You know what? I don't owe you anything. The temple hurt people. It made them afraid of anything different. It made me hate myself. That isn't what the light is. That isn't what you taught me the light is. Nia turns on a heel, back facing Scholar Vesh. So I'm gonna tell everyone that you're wrong, and all you'll be able to do is watch. Before he can respond, she marches down the street, and you have to jog to catch up with her. As soon as you round a corner, she sits down against the building and begins to cry. You're near beside her, taking her hand. Hey, it's okay, Nia. You did so great. I don't think I did. He so said Everything you said was right, Nia. Everything. I'm so ungrateful. Nia, you're wonderful. You're so compassionate and appreciative and understanding. If you can't see that, that's his problem. You've already done so much good without him. You don't need him now. You're always so good to me, everyone. You dug a strand of her hair that's falling loose from her bun behind her ear, and she leans into your palm, shook up her cheek. You deserve all that and more, Nia. You help Nia get to her feet, and she quickly wipes away the last of her tears. Did you mean what you said to him, Nia? About telling everyone the truth about the gods? Of course. People deserve to know. I just hope people won't use that as an excuse to elevate me to the same status. And that's what it takes to reform the temple. I don't know. It's at that moment the rest of the party catches up to you, and Bashi tentatively steps forward. I don't mean to intrude, but perhaps it would be some comfort to you, priestess, that I'm going through much the same thing at the moment. Long ago, real gods were just a family. Now they love my life, all of them. They no longer understand me. How do you handle it? By believing that they will come around, and by knowing that what I'm doing right now is helping those who are most in need. Perhaps some cultural context might help in understanding these situations. Bashi waves her hand, and a stone tablet appears in it, which Z holds out to you. The little tablet is spelled Alalis. Like some of the others you found, it was also written by me, but that was many decades ago. I recommend you read it with a grain of salt. History is written by the winners of the all, and I did not see the world as I do now back then. Hang on. You wrote other tablets? It was just another way to help you along your journey, and I still didn't want to interfere directly. If it's so biased, why not rewrite it? It can be difficult to look back at your work. Memory is often clouded with nostalgia, and it is hard to recall what is reality and what is imagined. As it is, it should prove useful when it comes to moving through the city, as its beliefs no doubt echo many citizens. Cause I will travel to learn more about Ed Hollis and the old guys who built the bus and bonus SP. I'm sorry. Let's see what it has to say. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. The creation of a house. The design of a house is derived from the ancient capital of the same name that existed many centuries ago, before those now known as old gods sacrificed themselves to save the world. Because of this, you will often see architecture and artistic motifs that the modern eye may identify as Elven, but their true origin is far older. But this new version of the city didn't come into being until after the old gods arrived in the world below. Here, they were disappointed to discover there was no paradise of reward waiting after all their hard work. Instead, they were met with a stagnant place, unworthy of the luminaries and heroes their culture had provided to the world. It was Nefara, the queen of order and beauty, who decided the work must begin to make this place a worthy successor to the city they had left behind. She placed a final replica of the great palace at the very heart of the would-be city, while the rivers joined to pay tribute to the most august majesties. As the years passed, many came to dwell here, creating the perfect metropolis you see today. The Ring of Dawn, the inner district of the city. The Ring of Dawn is so called because it is bathed in the light palace of the gods. Here, it is a district of eternal day, though it also experiences near constant rain and thunderstorms as a result of the rivers that join just above its apex. All the elves, the old gods' creation, and most favored people are permitted to live in the Ring of Dawn, which can best be compared to the elven cities of Valen and Undermount in the Golden Age. Here, they enjoyed traditional celebrations, feasting, drinking, singing, and dueling. The clouds above the Ring of Dawn are nearly constantly lit by bright fireworks and floating candles, and new songs, poems, and even operas are often performed. You may ask yourself where the rest of the Ascendant are, since the old gods are the only among them who dwell in the city. Simple answer that no one knows. By all accounts, the old gods expected to join an afterlife where they could see their fellows again, but that did not help. Expeditions have ventured far outside the city, looking for signs of the missing Ascendant, but nothing has yet been found. Some suggest the missing choose to end their existence outright, but fuck you. My bad. The simple answer is that no one knows. By all accounts, the old gods expected to join an afterlife where they could see their fellows again, but that did not happen. Expeditions have ventured far outside the city, looking for signs of the missing Ascendant, but nothing has yet been found. Some suggest the missing choose to end their existence outright, but this is a controversial theory at best. The Ring of Dusk. The outer district, the Ring of Dusk, is where all the less worthy light worshippers reside: human, dwarfs, orcs, and many others. It is so called due to its distance from the palace of the gods. While some light does reach it, the frequent rain clouds often leave the streets dark. The two districts are divided by a series of gates and city walls, which are patrolled by the Queen's constructs. It is very rare for even the most charitable elves to visit the Ring of Dusk, and there is no ingress allowed in the opposite direction. While the Ring of Dusk was originally just as beautiful as the rest of the city, the shape of the architecture has been heavily changed by the life experience of its occupants, who seek out the familiar, no matter how dirty and depressing it may be. Many citizens of the Dusk may tend to seek better opportunities in the Ring of Dawn, but the reality is there is no room for them here. There's no room for them there. The High Queen has made a policy clear. No Dusker will come true ever. The rivers that meet in the city, all the waters of the underworld, from the river of Seekers to the white water of the Jordan wilds, to the whirlpools of the great Orcus Sea, flow into the Halys. If one ventures to a house from one of the other afterlives, joining of the rivers is often the first thing they see. In some cases, these rivers seem to appear in midair, rush of water suspended above everything else. Others seem to bend and weave as needed, defying gravity one moment and then snaking along the ground another. But all of them come together in the palace of the gods. This is possible because of the work of Medius, the goddess of magic, who valiantly bent their paths to the city when the old gods first arrived in the world below. Giving the rivers where they are requires a great degree of magic, but the benefit is even greater, as all these other lands magic pools in what is sometimes called the Halys Basin. It is this collection of power that allows the citizens of the Ring of Dawn to live as the Ascendant once did. The state of preservation has always been the old gods' greatest goal, and so it is said that the joining of the rivers is one of their greatest accomplishments. I hate words. So put the tablet in your bag for safekeeping. You turn it back to you. Does it ever get weird to write about yourself in a third person like that? No, actually. Third person is standard for personal narratives. Though I detest the Pharaoh's role, one more time. Though I detest the Pharaoh's royal Though I detest the Pharaoh's royal we, when more often than not, the thoughts expressed are purely her own. So how much of that tablet did Nefara tell you to say? She really actually tells us to do anything. You must endure her needs, or you will come to regret it. The content is generally true. The framing is the issue, as it often is. The further off from the main road you go, the more depleted the buildings become, and the more the light from the palace fades. I guess you're right, Mal. This place is in rougher shape than I realized. They do the same thing in White Tower. Get the main streets pristine, so no one ever leaves and sees the reality. This makes for a good place to hide for just some bitch. This makes for a good place to hide for just those reasons. Bashi, are you sure you can trust these people? I'm not sure I can trust anyone I want, but they hold my life in their hands as I hold theirs. It has to be enough. I'm not a big fan of those eyes about. Fuck you. I'm not a big fan of those Can you read? No? Okay. I'm not a big fan of those odds, Rat. Nothing we can do about. Nothing we can do now, but be ready. Spotting the red door, Bashi walks up to it and knocks. After a few hushed whispers, the door swings open, and the justice for you follows her in. Inside, you find a group of tall figures clustered together, talking with an elven woman. She looks up as you enter, only to gasp. Jim Valier. Taro stands frozen as the woman rushes over to embrace him, only to sink into her arms. She reaches him. Gilma. That's Taro's mom? Called it. She lets him go and cradles his face in both her hands, tears in her eyes. I saw you fall. When you did not arrive, I feared the worst. But now you're here. My son, my little light. It is so good to see you again. Everyone, this is my mother, Lady Serenia of House Starfrey. You could imagine that she was the leader of the resistance, Bakshi. I did not wish to spoil the reveal. Here's Ronnie, For I know you well already. Mount his prodding jokes, needing her sweet guidance, and touring her stalwart support. So this is where you got your portrait from, huh, oh boy? And I couldn't forget Alex. What you have done for your people is truly admirable, as at the growth you inspired in my son. If anything, he is the one who helped me to grow. You don't say anything about me, Lady Starfairy. No, I'm not really a part. I know all about adamant stubborn. I was a battle mage for the very people I now stand against. You have a clever mind and a good heart, and you're using them for the right reasons. That is what counts. Oh, thank you. She finally turns to you. A warm smile on her face that reminds you so much of Tyrell's. Why aren't you blue? And of course I won't. You have been so good to Tyrell these past few years. I cannot put my appreciation into words. But you must tell me everything that has happened since you arrived. We've been unable to see any of you. There's a fight with some of the guards. What? I thought they merely tracked us down in the Dwarven afterlife. We had no choice but to fight them. You had to flee the first time, and the second battle was by no means a resounding defeat. I'm just relieved you were able to get away. Now, as much as I wish we could speak more, we have much to do, so I'm afraid that we'll have to wait. Can I introduce... Fuck you. Can I introduce everyone to Kaya first? She's gonna be here soon. The candles flicker, and you can see pain flash across Serenya's face. And so sighed Genvalia. The curse the Shadow Corps put on her, the catacombs. She was in so much pain when she got here. She stayed for some time to make sure you were alright, but after you defeated Xena, she passed on. You can do that? She found the path I longed for. She asked me if I thought you would be upset if she left before you arrived. Please forgive me, but I said you would want her to be free of her suffering. You're correct, Gilma. I would have. I wish you had more time. You lean against him, and she rubs small circles into his back, hoping your presence is a comfort. So sorry, Tyrell. At least she's at peace. Her suffering is over now. She never should have suffered in the first place. I know, but sometimes this is the best the universe can do. A woman in full battle armor steps forward. I almost drowned myself trying to drink. I'm sorry for your loss, but we are grateful to have you on our side. I'm Alara. Wait, you're the Alara? I remember from Kay's stories. Is Lord Zeus here too then? She hangs her head. I have lost many to this war, and has been far more treacherous than the one I've endured in the world above. Zeus died for our cause twice. He would call that a blessing. It was a small movement still, but we made many powerful allies against the far. Once you agreed, fuck you. What? Another figure emerges from the shadows. A human woman with brown eyes and soft, wavy hair. She's looking right at Aaron. I mean, I figured, but like... I'm getting sick of women. I can't do these voices. Hello, Aaron. Mommy, is it really... He approaches her slowly, cautiously, his eyes wide and watery. Then, all at once, he nearly crushes her in a hug. My sweet boy, he pinched you so much. When Aaron lets her go, she looks over all of you with a weak smile. Thank you all for looking after my son. We didn't have much choice. I'm kidding. It's crazy, I don't say anything about Tyrell in front of his mom, but with Aaron. Because I don't want to lie, he was trouble. And I don't want to be rude about a son. Like, We didn't have much of a choice. Actually, I like being with him. Even when being cynical and sarcastic. Even then. I wish we were under better circumstances. It is nice to see part of my family again. Mother, you should know I saw Boulder. I know. Perhaps it is for the best he's not here. He didn't conduct himself as I hoped. Neither did my husband, for that matter. Let us focus on improving this world so we can turn you to the other, my little Tizzle. On that note, you arrived just in time. But first, Renee and I need to retrieve some supplies. I believe the term I used was liberate, but sorry, I like to be delicate about it. Could use some help, Gilmore. We have only just reunited, and are not part ways so soon if it could be helped. We should get to a small group for safety, but a few extra hands will hurt. Aaron, you'll come with us, won't you? Of course, Mother. I'm not sure how useful I'll be, but I'll do my best. You're of course welcome to join too, Elwood. There's still so much to catch up on. This was like a mother-son bonding time. I don't know if I should. I hate to intrude because this was like, mothers bonding with their sons after so long is like, go with Tyrell, Aaron, and the mothers to get a useful item. I hear more than a few stories of the childhoods. I didn't get that far, so I can recap. We basically pick our way through the Ring of Dusk with Aaron's mom, I'm not gonna try to say her name again, in the lead, and we asked her, Tyrell's mom, does she feel weird being around here, because we noticed that elves don't really come around here, and she said she came here when she first arrived, pretty much, because she was tired of all celebrating. She said she hated, not tired, she said she hated all of the celebrating. And so she came back here basically as soon as she could. Just she didn't like the place where only elves are welcome, because it's too much party and celebrating, basically. She hates it. Tara can tell you I am terrible at parties. It used to embarrass him. Only a little. Father used to say I was need a cause. When I came to the Ring of Dusk, I found it. I should have seen this clearly in my life, so I could have made a difference then. But I'm doing what I can now. The only way to begin is by beginning. And it is for the best you did not begin back then. Our people are too set in their ways. There is nothing we can do to change them. You say that about this place too, Denvalier. You don't know what's possible until you try. Let us talk of happier things. I would like to embarrass myself. Fuck you. I would like to embarrass my son further. Kilma. I have quite a few stories of my own, if you don't mind me sharing them, Aaron. It's fine. If anything, talking about the embarrassing things I did as a child must improve everyone's opinion of me. I don't know. It's already pretty high as it is. I want to hear embarrassing stories, but I want to hear embarrassing stories about the two of you. Both women laugh. That was not quite what I was expecting. I like keeping people on their toes. There was the tea incident. It's only a few weeks into our alliance when I found out, Renee makes her own teas. Compulsively, compulsively imagines them, in this case. I have to let me try one, forgetting that those of us raised unmount often have delicate senses compared with the rest of the world. We went to have our drink and nearly a gallon of milk after trying an especially spicy meat at the White Tire Market. Kilmer. Renee likes her tea similarly, and I was not prepared for the degree of spice in it. Was it the violet bergamot that was the problem, Mother? She gives her son a small boop on the nose. You have an excellent memory, my little Tistle. Though I seem to recall you crying your whole first cup of the stuff, insisting that you liked it. You were sworn to secrecy on all of this, yes, Elrond? Tyrell? We were in a situation of mutually assured We are in a situation of mutually assured destruction, so yes. Well, at least I'm having fun. Now it's your turn. I want to hear all about your exploits. I thought you already knew them. I thought you knew them already. We know that approach jokes, but not as stuff we always checking in to see how everything happens. That'd be a true invasion of privacy. Let's see, we got swallowed by a whale. Excuse me? An element. That's their orcish afterlife. It is a giant whale that eats anything that doesn't belong. We evidently encountered it. It's a wasteland inside of the belly, and we got stuck there for a bit. It was also full of murderous skeletons. You'll certainly know how to get yourselves into trouble. Suddenly, Renee holds up her hand, bringing you all to a halt. She peeks around the corner and turns back to you all. The storeroom's up ahead. 5 guards. 1 for each of us. I'll talk away in. It'll take them longer to notice the supplies are gone. What do you think I want? Extra sons. Oh, I'm just keeping them company. Yeah, bitch. You and your son like to fight, huh? Renee smiles, then beckons you and Aaron to come with her as she approaches the guards. Excuse me, who would I see about a marriage? A marriage? This isn't a village, kid lady. Plus the afterlife. You're either together or you're not. Double deal. My son must be married to this young man today, you see. Huh? Must be to Her Majesty's magistrate. I ain't never seen that word in my life. Then again, I don't read, so. I must be to Her Majesty's magistrate. I heard he was there for an inspection. I didn't see anyone go inside. There's the back door, so I don't imagine you would have. The guard examines you all for a moment, then shrugs and waits for you to pass. How did you do that? People don't like to admit when they don't understand something. It's exceedingly easy. It's exceedingly easy to exploit. That's why I've always known better to have more knowledge than your enemies. Inside the storeroom, Sarah and Renee immediately start loading their bags up with items from different shelves and barrels. I thank you two for giving your sons easier names than your parents have given you. Because what the fuck? So what exactly are you getting here? Magical weapons work better than dispatchable ones, especially against the forest constructs that keeps them here. Like a few other odds and ends to trick those to get in our way. As you're looking around, you notice a cluster of strange berries just sitting out. Any idea what these are? They're stoneberries. The species died out in Morella years ago. But anyone allows you to create a powerful whirlwind, small but strong enough to tear through a wall. You should chase them, my friend. They will certainly come in handy. You never know when you're going to need a tornado in a pinch. As you tuck the berries into your bag, Serena and RNA duck into a side room, while Tyrell and Aaron stand guard by the door. I'm tapping my nose. I'm too comfortable to move my hand. Tyrell walks over to you, while Aaron goes to join RNA and Serena. How you doing? I'm well, thank you. She is, as I remember, happier, I think. But I don't know how to tell her about on the mount. You think she doesn't know? She would have said if she did. My Kilma was always very single-minded by necessity. Sounds like someone else I know. I'm trying to be better. You are better, Tyrell. You come so far and you're improving every day. Burp. I think you deserve whatever you want. I'm afraid whatever I want isn't quite possible here. You sigh over-dramatically. Curious your sense of duty. Then he presses you back against the wall. The warmth of him surrounding you as his lips find yours. Inside your arms around his neck, he deepens a kiss. His soft flow of scent and balm that chases away all your worries. So much for duty, huh? In his heart, remember duty will have one far more deserving of worship in my arms. He steals your breath for another kiss, tender and sweet and utterly perfect. You ever try to scratch under your nose? You know, under your nose above your lip. Duh, that's where it is. That's what's under your nose, under your lip, right? You try to scratch that area. Then it hurts. Like hell. Because there was a bump there. It's a tiny little bump you didn't know about. Ow. You ever do it twice? He steals your breath with another kiss, tender and sweet and utterly perfect. He clutches your shoulders as he trails careful kisses along your jaw, each one sending a shiver down your spine. Tyrell, when you long to lose yourself in his embrace, you force yourself to place a hand in his chest, right over his heart. We still have work to do. Curse your sense of duty. You turn as everyone else turns to the storeroom, heavy bags over your shoulder as they head in your direction. We got everything. We should move for what we've discovered. Following RNA's lead, you make your way back through the dusty streets to the rebel hideout. Later that day, you all gather around the war table as Serena lays out a map of Hallis along with a series of wooden figures. Hoodis reaches forward for one. Hoodis, those aren't toys, buddy. Ooh. How can you say no to that face I want? It's very hard, though. She raises one piece into the air with a wave of her hand, and it flies into Hoodis' paws. He nods unhappily. Now that the Winged Warrior is out of the fight, you have the opportunity to act on one of your tips, RNA. RNA points to a place on the map within the inner ring of the city. My sources said Nefara keeps a god-killing weapon stashed in one of her private vaults away from the palace. We intend to steal it. You think she expects one of the other Fuck you. You think she expects one of the other old gods to turn on her? It's not as though it'd be the first time. And where exactly did you hear this? I maintain a system of contracts throughout the city. You're a spy master now, Mother? She gives her son a sly smile and a wink. Does this seem credible, Bakshi? I'm not put past her. I haven't heard any rumors of such a weapon myself, but it's likely just as she intended. If we can get us to do it, we will finally have a way of turning a tide in our favor. I don't know. Doesn't that seem a little convenient to you? Looking for a way to take her down, and it just so happens to already have it? Given how concentrated the fire is, she probably doesn't think anyone could use it against her. Sounds like exactly what we need. We get the god-killing weapon, we use it to take down a fire, and we all go home. And we run into about 10 dozen complications in the process. The fort will certainly be well guarded by enchantments and strong warriors. That won't be a problem. Oh, I was imagining that 7... Fuck you, bitch. Oh, I was imagining that you 7 would be copying us. Alright, Bashi, Alara, and myself should be able to handle this. So we're supposed to sit here while you... Bitch. So we're supposed to sit here while you're out there putting yourself at risk? I just didn't want any of you getting hurt. Then let me show you what we're capable of. I love how the two options are show off for yourself, or just if somehow you don't have the other two, just what for you can do. Well, I might as well say, hey, Tyrell taught me this. Look what your son taught me. Look what your son taught me. Tyrell taught me to do this. You conjure a spectacle sword on your hand along the back of the blade, wreathing it in blue flame. See? Come on. We fought countless creatures in the world above and down here. We can handle this. So yeah, these are the people in the fire I was worried about. They're an asset and one we should use. You know, I prefer to be in the midst of the fight anyway. And it'd be better to have a larger team as well if it is as well guarded as RNA. Fuck you. As RNA thinks. Yeah, right. I need to secure this weapon no matter what. And that means I must put my attachments and emotions aside. So what is the rest of the resistance gonna be doing if we're stealing a weapon? Creating a subtle distraction to diminish the guard presence in the area. That's the only way you will make it through to the gate of the ring. Fuck you. That's the only way you will make it through the gate to the ring of dawn. What kind of distraction are we talking about here? Right at the border between the rings. That's what I'm talking about. And what about the civilians? Are you sure they won't get hurt? We have moved everyone out of the area that we can. Everyone you can, or everyone? Can we limit the risk by messing with the rivers? Know the source of all the magic here. In fear of that, you have anyone of any importance panicking. That way you only need a small riot, one less likely to involve bystanders, draw the attention of what remains of the guards. My culture, the culture of this place, is built on sacrifice, ours and others. It is easy to forget, I think, that there is glory in living too. My hand's cramping. Well, we technically are alive, so... Shh. It will be an honor to fight by your side, Kilma. And gather your things. Today, we strike back against the fire. Oh, bye. I'm so glad I didn't end it. Oh my god. Once your preparations are finished, you, RNA, Serena, Bakshi, and the rest of your party gather in the alley, waiting for the hellish distraction. Suddenly a giant crack shattered the dingy air. Dingy air, sending a massive firework whistling into the sky. That's the signal. Let's go. Okay, so now bookend. Okay, cool. Bye.